Good Tuesday morning. How well do we listen to Jesus? In Matthew 26, this is at the first Lord's Supper. Jesus said to them, "Tonight all of you will fall away because of me, for it is written, I will strike the shepherd, and the sheep of the flock will be scattered." Now that's from Zechariah 13:7. I want you to think about sheep. Because if they don't have that shepherd, the leader to follow, sheep are dumb, they're stupid, they're fearful. They will go off the path fast. That's us without a shepherd. And Jesus is saying there is going to come a time pretty soon here. I'm trying to prepare you. Listen. Those who have ears to hear, let them listen. The school teachers used to say, don't let it go in one ear and out the other. Take it in. Stop and ponder. Lord, what are you saying to me? So as soon as he said that, he said, but after I have risen, I will go ahead of you to Galilee. That went over the disciples' heads. Peter started talking. And I think the Lord has me to study Peter a lot, to say, Sharon, you need to stop some talking. Sometimes you just need to be quiet. Silence speaks louder and has more emphasis sometimes than our words. So Peter said, you know what? Even if all of these other people go away from you, I'm never going to fall away. And then Jesus has to say, look, son, look, look, my follower. Truly, very, I tell you, tonight, even before that rooster crows, you're going to deny me 3 times. And Peter says, because even if I have to die with you, I will never deny you. And all the disciples said the same thing. So Jesus has told them that the shepherd is going to be struck. They know that they're following the shepherd, and the sheep of the flock will be scattered. They're the sheep of the flock. We're the sheep of the flock. Jesus is our shepherd. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. It is he who maketh me to lie down in green pastures. It is he who leadeth me beside the still waters. Well, we left at 35 that Peter said, I will never deny you. And all the disciples said the same thing. Then we go to verses 36 through 52. Jesus has said, you know what? I need to go over here in the Garden of Gethsemane and I need to pray. My heart is just sorrowful. So he said, y'all stay over here. He took Peter and those 2 sons of Zebedee, James and John, and let's go a little further. And he said, watch while I pray. 3 times. He said, Lord, for 2 times he said, Lord, you know what? If you can just take this cup from me, if there's any other way, yet your will be done. And then after that 3rd time of coming back and finding his disciples asleep, he said, y'all need to wake up now. The time has already come. Look, my betrayer is at hand. Now, the key verse today that I want to look at is verse 56. As soon as they came, and a whole crowd of people, they had clubs and swords and things, and Jesus is saying, look, y'all saw me teaching in a temple every day. I'm the same person. Why are you coming here with all of these weapons like a riot? Here's the thing. In verse 56, it says, but all this has happened so that the writings of the prophets, Isaiah and Micah, all of those people that have written, would be fulfilled. B of 56. Then all the disciples deserted him and ran away. Now, just back in 35, they was like, no, we will never deny you. We're not leaving. They missed the part where he said, but after I have risen, I will go ahead of you to Galilee. They got scared. And when all of the mob and crowd came, they took off. Then all the disciples deserted him and ran away. How many times do we desert the Lord when the plans are not going according to our will? The scripture says, man can plan, but it is the Lord who orders our steps. We have to be listening. Lord, which way do you want me to go? We're standing at a crossroad in our lives. I want to hear you say, go to the left, or go to the right, this way. But I can't hear unless I'm listening. And I can't listen unless I'm in the Word. Today, Matthew 26, from 31 all the way over to 56, is a lesson on being loyal, faithful listeners and followers of Christ. I love you. The Lord loves us. He so wants us to love one another. And God willing, I'll see you the next day. Have a terrific Tuesday. Bye.